This podcast features intuitive, psychic, and spiritual impressions provided for entertainment and personal development purposes. Nothing in this episode should be considered medical, psychological, legal, or financial advice. The host is not a licensed professional. All guests participate voluntarily and understand that personal stories or emotions may naturally arise. Listener discretion is advised. Welcome to the Sael Podcast. My name is Farah. I'm a psychic medium and channel. And in this podcast, I channel healing energy and guide guests on journeys that serve their highest good. With every episode, we embark on a new teaching, new realizations, new ideas, inspiration for moving forward. I invite you to remember to guide your own being from within with every step you take, including while listening to each podcast episode. For every human being is unique and individual, and teachings may arise that may or may not apply to all beings, and they may not apply to the guests themselves in every moment of their lives, except for the moment in which it is shared. So I invite you to join and to listen with discernment, guided with your own inner knowing, to take on what resonates and discard the rest. On today's episode, we encounter an awakening. A dear spirit joins us, allows us to overcome obstacles within, challenges of the mind, the body, worldly needs and hurts and demands, driving us inwards, forward. Clearing the body gives it light. Clearing the body unburdens the heaviness. And from that, we move lighter, perhaps at more speed or with more ease. Clearing the inside is like cleaning someone's house. As you embark upon cleaning a house, you clear energy, clearing debris, crafting space. It gives out a message of welcome for something new, for a new beginning. So on today's episode, I welcome guest Ariella, who joins us from the US, to allow her to begin again by clearing what's within of life's burdens, of past hurts, demands of the mind, clearing. I invite you to join our ride together on this episode with an open heart, an open mind, open arms, with compassion for your own inner being, for the voice within that resonates with pains you encounter in another, and grace you with presence to know what is yours and drive ahead, moving forward with the new solutions you may be inspired of as you hear another person's realizations. I invite you to clear the debris out of your system and out of your being energetically, so you have room for growth, for joy, for ease, for love, for whatever you may be inviting, subconsciously or consciously. May you rise together. And thank you to Ariella for allowing us courageously, vulnerably, to go inwards and look at her inner parts, so that we are offered a mirror that reflects back our own pain, our own glory, the shame that we take on. And so we see it, we lay it out, we acknowledge it, we gracefully thank it for teaching us, for guiding our journey, for allowing us to become. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for listening. I hope this one resonates. I wish you well, and I wish you sovereign being. See you on the next one. Welcome to this space, and welcome to you. Thank you for this gift for me, for others who may interact with it and get to hear your story and learn through your process and your journey. And I'm just so honored, truly. I wanted to first share that. I'd love to hear your intention for this.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I just said yes. I really don't. My intention is just to be open and be led and guided and see what comes up. So my intention is just openness.
Okay, so with that, let's get started. You can keep your eyes open or close your eyes, whatever feels comfortable for you. I call it a prayer, but it's really an invitation. It's not anything religious. And I'll just go for it and read it out loud, if that's okay with you.
Yes.
Awesome. I established this container as a container for growth, for love, for healing, and for peace. May all that needs to be revealed and channeled for the highest good of all for us manifest itself here and now. I invite our ancestors, our angels, our spirit guides to surround and guide us along this journey together. And I ask for all fears and insecurities to be soothed, transformed, and erased by the power of love. May love be our guide, the steering force of this conversation for ultimate growth and healing. And with that, we may begin.
Beautiful.
I took some notes, but sometimes I read them, sometimes I don't. I feel like in this case, I want to hear from you. You're the center, the star of the show. So I'd love to hear from you on perhaps what guided you to this specifically, and if you had any previous experiences with the spiritual world, if you've had any intuitive readings before, any similar work like that.
The spiritual world has just been part of my upbringing, but I would say that I really entered it 3 years ago. I had a big spiritual awakening and kind of moved overnight, left everything behind and moved to a part in Mexico. And I've been for 2.5 years, I've been kind of on the road of like at an external journey, but mostly an internal one. And along the way, I have had many different experiences with intuitive healers and readers and mystics and people that are into their clairs. And yeah, I've had some experiences with. I've done like Vipassana, like a 10-day silent meditative retreat. Once I sat with some plant medicine. So just like kind of an all-encompassing type of call to consciousness and everything. So I've dabbled a lot.
The third point on the notes, I don't always do this before sessions, but sometimes I sit and just tune in to what comes through and I take notes. And typically they unfold during the session in their own mystical and magical way. And I saw this hole, and it's not like, oh, you're in a hole. And it looked like a rabbit hole. I saw a rabbit in a hole and it's like, oh, rabbit hole. And you looking into it. So I'm curious if you've been diving lately into anything specific.
In terms of like modalities or things or just anything in general.
What I'm referencing perhaps here is maybe part of yourself, or yeah, the energy is more of like a history.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in, to use your words, whole. I've been experiencing like depression kind of for the first time in my life.
Mhm.
And that's in the last 3 to 6 months. And yeah, it has a lot to do with, I believe, holding on to some old version of myself that I'm not really letting go of and feeling like stuck, like very dense energy. So I feel like maybe that's like the hole that you're seeing.
If that's what comes up for you when you hear that, then yeah, no, there's no right and wrong answer. And we can go from there into that. So let's imagine that you're entering that cave, and let's say it's a cave instead of this deep, dark rabbit hole. It's a cave, but you're bigger than it. And I see you entering with it's like a very, very tiny hole. And then you're so big in comparison or in relativity to this thing. And you put your foot in, and it immediately drags you inside, and you find yourself into this big cave. Who do you see there? Who else is there?
My father.
Mm, yeah, yeah. That was also coming up, some sort of deep attachment breaking.
um,
So let's say you're there with your father, and he doesn't move, he's just there. And you walk in a circle around him. You're walking in a circle around him. You stand behind him. Is he the same height? Taller, shorter?
He's sitting in a chair, so he's shorter.
Okay. So you can lean over. What's on his facial expression like right now?
He just smiled when I leaned over.
Mm. I see you kneeling down, perhaps in front of him and looking up to him. Is this something you want to entertain, or do you feel more at ease where you are currently?
Yeah, I can kneel down.
Okay. I see a palm opening. What is he giving you? What's in his palm?
Mm.
There's almost a headband, like a pretty, the hair accessory. It's jeweled.
Mm.
There's different types of colorful jewels. You grab it and you place it on your head. Very beautiful. One of the things that I wrote that came through as well was a major thorn on the left hip. And I wanted to ask you what that feels like in your body. Because when I see you putting that hairband on, it unattaches. It disappears. It goes
The
away.
thorn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I actually don't feel it in my left. It's in my right hip.
Okay. Let's go with that. Why is it there?
Mm.
No right and wrong answer.
Yeah, I really don't know.
You are held in light. Surrender your fear and let light guide you. You are your own powerful, intuitive healer, your own guide, your own sovereign being, in your own placement where you exist right now. You can give him back the hairband and ask him, Why this? And why here? Who is it like?
I'm
You're
sorry,
not
you said
alone.
what was it like?
Who is it like? Who does it symbolize, perhaps? Or who else wears this? What would it make you appear as if you were to put it on? And I just want to take a moment and remind you, you're not alone in this moment, in this experience.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that question?
The headband, what's it for?
Yeah.
What's the purpose or the function of the headband?
My first response is just to say a gift, but I don't know.
What's the necklace that you're wearing right now?
It's a horse.
It's very beautiful. How was it made?
It's handmade. I just got it a few days ago as a gift.
Wow. Do you know, what does it symbolize or remind you of, the horse?
Yeah, so we're coming into the year of the horse,
Mm.
leaving the year of the snake, and I've been feeling very comforted and soothed by that energy shift, and it just feels energizing for me at this time. And it was just a total random act of a gift. Like, a woman at a store said that she slipped a gift in there for me, and then I opened the box and it was a horse. So I've been wearing it ever since.
That is very beautiful. That's very beautiful. You know, the gift and the headband are not the same, but they come with the same intention, it seems. And maybe, the horse serves a function now. It's a reminder, it's a physical reminder that you wear to lead you in a certain way, or for you to perhaps express in a different capacity than you have before in this coming year. And the headband serves perhaps a different purpose, but in an aligned manner. And we can go back and dig there, but we can also drop it if it's not what feels good right now. But we're still in the cave. Let's say if we're still back in that very safe holding cave where you're guided and held. No one would do anything to you. Nothing would happen to you. And you're not alone. I see you walking around your dad again. Observing. Take your time. No need to hurry. And find out why and where and how. And you look into his eyes. Did he wear glasses?
Yeah, for reading, and he's wearing them now in the chair.
Yeah, I see the glasses as almost a reflection back at you as you gaze into those eyes. Do you want to have an eye contact with him?
Yeah.
You can ask him to remove the glasses if it feels good. What do you see?
Yeah, I see his face in like an older version of him, but not the really sick and oldest version that I have a photo of before he passed, but I see him with some vitality and just a lot of wisdom in his eyes.
The eye is the window of the soul, they say. Yeah. And those eyes that reflect back at you. What do you hold now of him?
Yeah, my first it's this like dichotomy of holding his gift of creativity and humor and depth, but it's also holding his um his depression. Like, I feel like I'm holding something of his, because he was bipolar.
Yeah, that's a big thorn to carry. Yeah. So let's ask him why he's giving you that headband, that crown. It's almost like a jeweled crown, as if he's crowning you with it. Because what I saw is that as soon as you wear that thorn detaches.
Interesting.
Allowing. Give permission for people to be who they are without having to take the burden of how they were, so that we can move in a different path. Because sometimes we are passed on with lessons and gifts, wisdom, that enables us to connect in novel and more expansive ways that are more fulfilling in our hearts and our being. You don't have to take any headband or crown, whatever that really translates for you in your mind's eye when you hear that reference. You don't have to take it, just knowing that it's an offering, a gift, similar to that horse. You have the choice. You can decide. You can also take it and put it on your dresser or in your bag or backpack. You don't have to ever carry it.
Yeah, I guess what I'm feeling is, I don't know what it represents, and I'm reluctant to carry anything for him, but I also am like feeling tender and want to receive of gift he's giving, and by gift I mean, really apologizing to me,
Mm.
and wanting to and wanting to give to me and have me receive.
You have the gift of being here now, and this way of existing is that we really are the drivers of our own creations and reality. So you have the power, the freedom, the sovereignty to start a new slate, or from a new slate, start a new painting, create a new self, a new motivation for yourself any moment. Knowing this, how would you approach this interaction in the cave with him, knowing that you have no obligation whatsoever to continue or discontinue anything that had been transitioned or passed down? You can freely choose, as if you're shopping. This is the example that comes through is when we go shop and there's gazillions of opportunities to wear and try different things. Sometimes you try it on and you don't like it, you put it back. Sometimes you already know you don't even want to try it, you just want to have it. And most of the time we don't buy what we see, for most of us at least. So if we're just shopping, we know we have the freedom. We can buy it or we don't have to. But if we were to, what would it really serve as?
Yeah, my choice would be to accept this gift, but not the burden.
Yeah. It's like disconnecting. I saw a cross. One of the first things that came through and before I clicked record is X, like a cross. And I needed to say that now because it does something. I don't know. Maybe it references something for you or symbolizes something for you. What you just what you describe as receiving it without taking the burden is I see separating, and maybe that's the X, separating the crown and the thorn, disconnecting, because right now they're interacting. There's a connection, but separating them. That's you taking a choice. I will take this. I will not take that. I shop for this. I will not buy that. I own this. I choose to get rid of that, or give it away, or bury it down. So let's say you've had your experience now in the cave. You have a few minutes to depart. You can stay for a couple minutes extra and say anything you want to say, observe more. I'm curious what you see here, because what it comes up is to see your father getting up from the chair and wanting to walk out with you. Or maybe he's just walking you to the door and going back. What would you tell him?
That him and forgive him and just ask him to guide me from this unconditional love and bond that we share.
That's the healing. That's medicine, the unconditional love. Because what we see is not your father and the age that he is. We see a much, much younger version of him, a 6-year-old version of him. Would you perhaps have any memory recollections of stories from him on how he'd grown up or that time of his life?
From when he was sick?
Or around that age. Yeah, I guess 4, 6, 5.
I just know that he was, I don't know what age it was, but he was expansive. Like his first word was star, and he was creating art and self-entertaining from like a very young age, and um, very introspective and in his own world, from what I know.
Do you carry any of that in yourself as well?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm in an isolated period of my life, and it's not my MO. It's not where I want to be or where I thrive. I love my alone time, but it doesn't feel like alone time. It feels like more like isolation and lonely.
Yeah, when you describe that, I see you in the middle of a large, large space. And I don't necessarily see it as you protecting or distancing or isolating. It's more creating space for new things and people to come in. And I almost see an order. People are coming in order, not all at once, but maybe first one person, and then second 2 at a time, and then maybe 3 new people show up. And this is over months. Because sometimes our attention has to go in. So I salute you for being very, very brave and very honoring of your own distance. Yeah, the need to create, the capacity to hold people comes through the knowledge of self and the depth of our own connection with all parts of ourselves. That capacity is strengthened with your own sovereignty. because then your connection with other people is driven by growth and a need for fulfillment versus a need for belonging, which may lead astray, but you're not there. So I salute you. You're not there. You're here. And right now, we are in this together, in this moment. You are not isolated, and you are not alone. You are sovereign, fully embodied in yourself. And from that place, I ask you to hold on to that vision, and maybe get up and walk around your own space if it feels comfortable. But just grounding, looking around the room with eyes wide open, and then coming back in your seat. Take your time doing that. It's an invitation. Welcome back. Your eyes are wide open, and even in the beginning, I was noticing you have a lot to say. What have you been holding onto in the last, let's say, 7 months?
What have I been holding on?
Things that you want to say, but you haven't been sharing.
I don't know if it's necessarily things I'm holding on to that I'm not saying, but it's just a deep, like a sadness and fear of feeling like I said, like the stuck feeling and not knowing kind of how to move in a bunch of different directions, if that makes sense.
Yeah. If I may, drink your water or your tea, whatever it is, and enjoy. But I would love to guide you in a sweet and short meditation together.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can close your eyes if it's comfortable again. And let's see. So where you are right now, wherever you are in the world, let's imagine that a portal from the sky opens. You're in your space. It's beautiful. It's sacred. It's very light. It's very white. You're grounded. You're seated. Your feet are strongly rooted into the earth. You see those roots growing out of your heels, your feet, into the ground and deep into the earth's layers and into its core, dancing all through those layers as they go deeper and go deeper and deeper and wider. You are so rooted. You are so held. You are known and you are loved. The earth knows you. It holds you with strength, with honor, with respect. And from that place, you see that your shoulders and your back relaxes more in your seat. And you look up and you see a portal over your head opening from the sky, even through the ceiling. And you see a very, very beautiful, crystalline light waterfall flow through, and it feels so light, as if it's snow dropping, but it's not cold. It's like crystal light in the form of a waterfall showering over you, almost in a cylinder form from that portal over your head. It just flows continuously and effortlessly, abundantly. And you look around you and you're exploring that feeling and that sensation of all these droplets of sparkles hitting your body and expanding, flowing around you and into you. And you sit with ease, relaxed, letting it flow, letting it move around you. And you open your hands, the palms of your hand. It continues to flow. This beautiful waterfall, effortlessly flowing, so abundant, so light. All these crystalline light particles sparkling around, hitting your body. Some of them will stick onto it and flow through you and ground you further, expand you. You grow wings. And in the palm of your hands, you see forming on its own this figure. What does it look like? Is it a wand? Is it a pen? Is it an umbrella?
A sword.
Wow. Yeah. You stand on your own. You grab that sword. You allow yourself to breathe calmly, letting it go as it is. And what I see is you grab that sword and you cut very strongly certain cords, attachments to things that have been attaching to you. 5 of them. 5, 4, something like that. From behind. Maybe they're strings from the past. From past places, placements, activities that you've engaged in or roles, and you cut through them very strongly, very powerfully, very peacefully as well, non-harmfully. Something new is blooming. There's grief. Allow the tears to flow if they may. Grant yourself permission to be you, to be letting go of the past, of those attachments that have pulled you backwards, experiencing your freedom now that you've cut those cords with that sword and your wings that you've grown, ready to soar. You've allowed yourself that brief moment of grief. and you're allowed to grieve more as the grief shows up if it needs to. It's not necessary, but it's allowed and welcome. It cleanses. It's part of it. A new life ahead, a new beginning on the rise. If anything else comes back, you still have the sword. Use it wisely, with discernment, to know what to and what not to cut. Certain things and strings, opportunities, don't disappear until we've learned the lesson, until we've moved on. Otherwise, our own energetic receptivity to them brings them back, like Velcro. You're not alone. You are held. May the light powerfully encompass you, guide and hold you, anchor you where you are. You don't need any malfunction, turbulence, drama, angst, worry, hurry. Lead with newness, clean slate. Now, as we're here, claim back that sword. Where are you now? Where do I see you? Where do I find you at this moment? Are you sitting? Are you holding onto the sword?
Yeah, I'm outside in some beautiful like waterfall nature scene with the sword.
Okay. Do you want to keep the sword right now?
No.
Okay. Remember that it's always there. Even if you decide to not take it now, you can always claim it back. Almost like in video games, how you can change your weapon and choose, you still have access to it. So I want you to come back into the here and now, slowly return into your body, into the present moment. Open your eyes and look around you. I see you going on a very beautiful hike, and it could be very symbolic of an adventure, of a journey. But I see that pure sense of joy and anticipation when you're about to embark on something different and new that you haven't done before. Free from attachments, from the worry or that hurry, the fatigue, the density that you were describing earlier. I want you to see that. It's a vision that I have for you, and I want to give it to you now as we continue. During the meditation, the waterfall, I also see a vulnerable side that I want us to go back and explore a little bit more around that visual of the thorn. And you mentioned it being on the right hip.
Yeah.
That would be my left. I could have also been wrong. But first I want to hear how you experienced that, the visual of the waterfall, of the crystalline light.
Yeah, it felt very purifying and comforting.
You have access to that too. The sword is always there. You have access to that yourself. Yeah, it's in you too. You have that power, that light, that capacity, the healing, the knowing that you call for is what you came here to return to you. What would your dad think of the horse necklace? I'm curious.
Yeah, I think he would really like I think he was an artist, really talented artist. I think he would see kind of has like a Chinese quality in it. I think he would really love it.
What would you want him to see in it?
I think I'd want him to see me in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, not just like in the symbology of the horse, but like me wearing it. I think I just would want him to see me now in this state of my life stage.
What would he admire?
My strength, my courage and depth and pursuit of truth and integrity and yeah, levity and joy at the moments that those are present because I do have access to them, even though right now it feels more dense.
You're holding on to a younger boy. Was that your dad?
No, I think that's my ex.
Let's go there.
Yeah, it's when you said younger boy, I just felt like when we were talking about cutting of the cords with the sword, he's one that as many times as like I sever the cord, it feels like it reconstitutes, like it grows back and it's still very present. And when you said younger boy, he's younger than my father. I mean, he's older than I am, but he's trapped in his like he's a boy, you know? So that's what came through for me when you said a younger boy.
Yeah, that resonates. There's a part of you that's with him that's aching to be reverted back to you. That's why we're here.
Amen to that.
You're a gladiator on your own. You have wings and a sword. You can take it yourself. Do you have permission?
Yeah,
Like
I have permission, but I have permission, but I feel like I don't have, it's not that I don't have the strength to do it. There's something that keeps on holding me back from doing that.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna address that right now, because that's not you, and it's not of light. Yeah, and it's there for permission. It's the gatekeeper in a way. Who do you usually ask for permission when you want to take what's yours?
Who do I usually ask for permission when I want to take what's mine?
Or how do you take what's yours?
Sometimes I find the strength really within myself to like declare it. And a lot of times I do within myself. But sometimes it seems like I outsource it, like I'm looking for somebody else's permission.
I see your mom. Um, yeah, your relationship with her separately from your relationship with your father. Were they together?
Not when he passed. No, they had separated maybe 10 years before that. Like that.
Let him.
Let him.
Let your dad take what's his without you having to carry the backpack. Yeah, release that burden. The story of who needs what, how, in the family. The best of you stays with you and you. Yeah. Your mom also carries part of you with her. For good and maybe for not. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In a cozy home, in a moment of nurturing rest and love, surrounded by um, a partner and a child.
Beautiful, cozy, suitable. Is that you?
Yeah, I said yes, but then there was a part of me that hesitated.
That's okay. It's allowed. But is that you? That part. Who is it for? Where does it originate?
This what I'm seeing. Where does it originate?
Mm.
Uh,
Who got it there? Was it school? A teacher? A classmate? A partner? A family member? A story on a TV show?
I really feel like it comes from a deep, deep desire of mine. Yeah.
I see you holding on to both your mom and your ex, the 6-year-old boy, almost as if you were wearing them in your own bodysuit. It's a very heavy weight to carry. Perhaps you needed to and you owned it. Fully honor and accept that. Maybe validate that as well.
Um,
Maybe there was a agreement. But in your sovereign self in this very moment, maybe just review. How do I feel about carrying this now? How do I feel about taking this role again? Is it suitable? Is it worthy? Is it acceptable given my current status and placement? Is this what I need? Can I actually really fulfill this? Do they need someone else? Maybe. We all get what we need, you know. Life takes care of you, and also life takes care of others. Same way. Perhaps they are ready to leave, to let go as well. So let them, ask them. I love what you said earlier about wanting to be seen wearing the necklace. When I asked you about how would your dad think of the necklace, you want to be seen holding the necklace. Your identity is still, separate from the necklace. You can choose who and how you hold on to things and how you wear them. Same with attachments to other beings and situations and entities. You can choose.
Wow.
Is this what I want to wear right now? Peaceful surrender the rest. Once you know why you're holding on to it, accept the reason, and if this is where you're comforted and need in this moment, allow that. But know that you have the choice because you carry the sword and you get to erase, delete forever any cords, even now if you choose to.
Yeah, there's a part of me that's, I know at least with my ex, that I'm the one holding on to this cord, and even though I don't want to be, it feels like impossible to let go of or sever.
That's okay. That's allowed. That's not a bad thing per se. I see like a younger teenage version of you now. Perhaps is that the part that's attaching? Or is it an older one? Yeah, but let's say this 14, mid-teens, let's say, version of you. She's visiting us right now. So she comes and joins us on our path. So she's in the meeting room. Say she's sitting next to you. And what's going on with her if you were to describe her? Where is she? What does she wear? Who's behind her, around her? What is she looking forward to?
I see her in clothes from the early 2000s and surrounded by friends and just so desperately wanting to be in the middle of it all, seen.
That's very valid. That's beautiful. Can you perhaps lay your hand on her knee? Tell her, I see you. Yeah. Hey there. Hey. Thank you for coming. Thank you for showing yourself. Thank you for joining on the path. Thank you for being with us. Cool outfit. Where are those glasses from? Are they sunglasses or actual glasses?
Yeah, glasses.
What was she doing with her hair?
Yeah, I felt like it was part half, like part up.
She took care of herself, of her appearance. Braids, maybe. Why is she here? What does she want us to know about her that's forgotten?
That she's really pliable, like vulnerable and soft, even though she has a very strong exterior. Yeah, and she just wants comfort.
If you were to give her a message, a proposal, a gift, anything, it can be something you say, something you give her, or just something you see that you appreciate, admire verbally to her, what would that be right now? Adult you to that version of you.
Just that she's divinely guided and held, and everything is important and nothing is important at the same time.
Anything you would tell her to read or focus on?
Just the importance of stillness and presence and her own, like actually coming into herself every now and then, and getting in touch with her essence, like her soul.
Thank you. Thank her. Yeah. Thank her for being there. And honor her for where she is right now, because that's where she desires, wants, and needs to be. That's okay. Knowledge is freedom. And sometimes when we understand the context around which we leech, like attach, we're free. And then instantly, what used to be an icky, dense, or just what feels like a slow removal, separation, becomes light and liberating. And from that place, the cord stays. It just transforms. It transforms into something new, into appreciation, into gratitude. into honoring a journey with someone. Was your ex bearded? I see a man with a beard.
Yeah, he had a short beard.
Yeah, that's what I see, like a short beard.
Yeah.
What would you honor from that journey together? What are you grateful for?
Yeah, I'm grateful for the sense of adventure and reckless abandon and union, but mostly for him directing me back into myself to remember myself, even though it came through pain.
Was the desire to separate serving this path for you, do you think? Is it
Uh,
supporting your connection to yourself?
yes, yeah.
So the reason this is interesting, the question of where do you see yourself in 5 years from now connects to the answer that you just gave, connecting to yourself. It starts here. Those are seeds that you're planting now for then. This is where it starts. This is the beginning. I see a big jar, filling a jar. What do you drink every day? It's your daily routine? I'm curious.
Every day is pretty different. Like right now, I'm drinking hot water with lemon.
I see a jar, and it's funny because it's not a cup, it's a jar. And I see a very, like, the curved jar. It's like sensual and feminine. How do you nurture that part of you, those elements of you?
How do I nurture like the feminine, the those qualities?
Nurturing is our femininity alive. How do you nurture you? Which
Mhm.
requires that you activate your own self-nurturing, which is your feminine side. How does Ariella take care of herself right now? No right and wrong answer.
Yeah, through movement and eating well. Yeah, I was gonna say body, mind, and soul, but right now I feel a little detached from parts of it, but nurturing my body.
Do you need to take care of your ex?
No.
Big boundary there. It's almost like going against yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a big hole there. There's a big wound.
yeah.
In Japanese, there's a Japanese practice of
And they fill the cracks with the gold.
it's beautiful. Yeah, there's a name for it. I can't remember the name.
Yeah, shuku. Yeah, I know.
Mhm.
I'm forgetting it as well.
And that's what comes to mind.
Yeah.
The gold is your sword. Yeah, you got to use the gold to mold the plate back together. Yeah, you know that. You got it. You can do that. You will do that. When you're ready in your own timing. It doesn't have to be here now or next year or next week.
Um,
When the teen part of you is ready to detach through self-nurturing, when you pour enough into your adult self, you can care for her and you take her with you. She departs together with you. Again, so it feels like another cycle of grief, of separation, but this time you have her. You are holding her through it. Where do you want to be in 5 years from now is a question you continue to reflect on, especially in the next week as this continues to unfold for you. But right now, where do you see yourself in 5 years starts with self, connection with self. The beginning to an era signals the beginning or plants the seeds for that vision to come to fruition.
mm.
Are you connected with your feminine body right now?
No, I feel actually really like disconnected from it. Yeah. Like I'm going through a shift, a change physically in different ways. And I feel um more, yeah, less like loving and accepting and more like, wanting to change.
There's a disciplinary side here, and it's the same. There's that same part of you that's beautifully actually showing up. And it was the same part that answered the question on do you take care of your ex-partner? He said no.
Yes.
That's the same part that shows up. And it reads hopeful and boundaried, but exhausted and by nature wanting to nurture,
Um,
but is so helpless at the feedback. There's like an energy of frustration.
frustration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost cynicism but not in a demeaning way. It's like, I give up. How do you see yourself in a dynamic with a partner, that vision in 5 years from now?
Yeah, I see a completely just like a holy union between two whole sovereign people. I see a tremendous amount of love and respect and reverence,
Yeah.
and less, yeah, like not codependence, but strong, supported, rooted independence.
What do you need now? You're allowed to receive. What do you need now? Let go of the protection. There's a guard up right there. And I respect the guard. The guard protects a wound. But don't give up.
What do I need now? Yeah, it just feels like there's just epic size blockage, like something that needs to be like removed, let go of, like a limiting, a big limiting belief or a set of them.
You know, I see you now fully complete, like fully whole, just complete. That's the word. Like, that's what's coming up. That's the word. Complete. Complete process. You don't need the limiting beliefs to break or change right now. What do you need? Let it out. Let it be.
Um, what I feel like I need right now is like a clear vision that I can put my energy behind. Like I need more, yeah, vision, clarity, and energy.
The crowning on the head that was shown earlier is such a beautiful thing. And the crowning on the head of this very unique, jeweled, maybe gemstones. It's very colorful, rich, sacred. This headband or crown, however you want to describe it. That gift that was presented earlier. And in the receiving of it, this thorn dissolves on its own. So if you were to appoint an action, an activity, either to the crown or to the thorn, and you can choose either. How does it serve you day to day? The feeling of heaviness, does it force you to rest more, to go out more in nature? What has changed in your day-to-day life?
Yeah, I'm more insular, more I'm just looking at outside because it's snowing, like, more it's a season of like I said in the beginning, isolation, rest.
What would rest and, let's say, self-preservation, then isolation, look like in a new era for you, in the next version of you? Ideal world. No limits, no attachments, no limiting beliefs, none of that. Anything happens. Anything can happen.
What does self-preservation look like?
Yeah, what would that look like?
It would just look like balanced care, not from like a dense place, but from like a place of needing to recharge. Does that make sense?
Do you do yoga?
I do.
Why?
Yeah, I love the way that my body feels. I haven't, in a while, I haven't, when I was doing it for a long time in Mexico, I really was moving really beautifully, like movement to breath and quieting the mind. Right now, it feels more physical for me. Like it's more of just like a body stretch and I feel like, yeah, my relationship, I still love it and do it very often, but it's changed.
You're not alone. Isolation can be self-preservation, and it creates space. As I mentioned earlier, create space, and you'll watch people come in order until you've further deepened that capacity to regenerate yourself while sustaining those connections. But I see it as that, the jar can only be filled to a certain point. You fill it and you fill it and it starts to overfill and it tips over. It can no longer hold. It can hold 1, 2 people maybe and you right now, or maybe not anymore if that's what you decided to no longer hold on to. And so it becomes difficult to invite new energies in when we're wearing other people still, or have left parts of ourselves with them. So that's what becomes the agreement. You leave part of you, they leave part of them with you, and those energies feed on the other person. So ask yourself until when, what's the intention, and then mindfully decide, yes, I want to keep this for this reason, or I do not want to keep that. And as we mentioned earlier, the cord doesn't have to disappear. Sometimes it transforms. The nurturing comes back. And this is when I will say this. When I wrote down major thorn on a hip, I wrote, feminine holding. That motherly catching of a child running around, maybe tired, aimless, a little bit, just frustrated, exhausted from trying or from being bogged down with various scenarios and stories. Just needs a mother to hold strong, like a powerful hold. Sometimes that, a mother will shake a child, will shake them until they wake up and sober up, and mother says, I'm here. I'm still here. You're divinely led and guided, and you don't need any distraction, any story, or inventory to hold on to show you who you are.
Okay.
Did he leave? Your ex?
Did he leave?
The young boy.
You mean in my field? No, still there.
That's you asking him to stay.
Mm.
Yeah, accept that. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The part of you that wants to nurture, won't necessarily diminish when you let go of that. It'll just be redirected, perhaps to you, like unplugging from someone to plug back into yourself. That sense of, I care about you, I worry about you, I want you to be okay, I want you to be good. This like hold strong, tight, like I see a very tense holding, but not in a bad way. It's a loving wake up call. It's like shaking, like, I see you, sober up. Why are you holding on?
Mm.
Yeah. Ease. I mean, those intense relationships that we experience in our lives happen for both. It's not you only, it's him as well. And so honoring the time that it takes for the learning to unfold on both sides, but also doing your part and caring for yourself in the meantime.
Yeah.
Where's your mom?
She's here. She's in the same house as I'm in right now.
What did you need from her?
What did I need from her? Stability, unconditional love, support, understanding. I mean, everything that I did receive from her.
Can you model that same energy to your younger parts as well?
Yeah.
What I want to hold on to and remind you before we close is that vision, the outlook, the vision that I described to you of looking on to starting a new adventure. It's a new hike per se. It's just a symbol of a hike. It's a long journey. It's something you've never tried before, a path you haven't walked on before. You're ready, you're equipped, and you're excited. And there's something that lit up in you that gave that vision. And it showed up when we disconnected, the thorn. And you did what you wanted to do with the crown. Take your time. Sometimes things change the moment we accept how they are.
Yeah.
And if they don't, then we're reaping from it. Yeah. You got that. Yeah. The waterfall is a vision that you have in you. That's where that came from. So go back to that when you want. It is yours. It's not mine.
Yeah.
Use it when you're ready.
Yeah, I love the idea of melting it down and using it to fill the cracks.
That's beautiful. There's just one more thing. Allow yourself to receive from your mom. Yeah. It's going to be hard, but healing for the both of you. This is the crowning, the gift. This is the gift from your father. Yeah. Allow yourself to receive. It's going to shift attention from someone to someone else. And that creates room for transformation, for those old energetic cords to change. There's a part of you that you're protecting, you don't want her to see, out of fear of misalignment or judgment or worry or pleasing, or maybe disagreement. You can still connect without having to put that in the middle. This can be next to you, on you, behind you. It doesn't need to be in the middle of that connection between a mother and a daughter and a child. When you allow yourself to receive in that capacity, those younger parts of you disconnect from others and revert back to you. And then the old attachments die. You won't need them. Thorns dissolve on their own when you receive nurturing that you deserve. It's gonna change soon. I think we can now close out. Anything else you wanted to share before we do that?
No,
Thank you.
thank you.
Of course. My true pleasure. My honor. Really. Specifically, what was your intention for this?
Yeah, just to be open and to receive, which I did.
Good.
It's beautiful. Thank you.
Very honored. It's a gift for both of us. Truly. That horse is very beautiful and I think also belongs on a painting. Or maybe you already have a painting of a horse somewhere around you.
I don't. There's one that's missing. There's a painting that my father had that we thought we had here, but we can't find it, but it was a horse.
Really?
Yeah.
Open some suitcases. I don't know, some boxes somewhere.
Yeah.
In a storage. You'll find it.
Thank you so much.
Of course. I do close out with another, it's a prayer. It's also a cord cutting in a way.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that you're refreshed and clear. You take what is yours and what needs to be with you and nothing else. And
Beautiful.
Ariella, thank you so much for sharing your process, your journey, your healing, and your teaching. For me, for all of us who may be listening, now and the future. Thank you. I honor your journey and your story and your family for also participating directly or indirectly. Thank you. I thank our guides, our spirit team, our angels, the healing power that flows through and of all of us, that connects us, binds us, unbinds us, heals us, enables us to be our own guides and healers and teachers, and so that we radiate the light that we deserve to hold and share it with others. I clear myself of all cords, attachments, entities, energies that I may have attracted that do not belong with me. I release it all. I send it back peacefully and thankfully. And I draw back any energies I've accidentally, voluntarily or involuntarily let go of that do not belong anywhere else but with me. And with that, our session is clear and clean and cut. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of this day.
You too. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for joining. If you wish to participate as a guest on this podcast, you can submit an interest form below in the show notes. To learn more about Sael and the intuitive guidance and coaching I invite you to join my Substack community where I share channeled reflections, insights, and more. Join me at withsael.com. That's WITHSAEL.com. I wish you sovereign being and hope to see you on the next one with light and love and healing for all. Your host and Sael.